Hey there, I'm Slightly Froggy. Welcome back to my stream. Today I am continuing my playthrough of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Now, where we last left off, we were doing a little bit of investigating. The very first case of the game, Byakuya. Our beloved Byakuya Togami turned up dead and we don't know who did it. Cold day, is summer over? Yeah, no kidding. It is chilly where I am. And hello, Kwa, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, it is chilly, so I'm wearing my my Hina jacket. My accidental cosplay of Hina from Danganronpa 1. Yeah, we're going to trial, so I'm gonna figure out exactly how trials work in Danganronpa 2, see what things hold over, what things don't. Get a Nagito wig next. Oh, man. Ugh. I can't be doing with the wig stuff, man. I already have a hard enough time for my hair for next stream. I don't know, man. I think Nagito's our guy in this one. I think he's the one who did it. I'm not sure. He's acting very suspicious, but at the same time, it's like, just get a clown wig into points. It should work. Nagito's a clown. That's like half the characters in Danganronpa, though. They're pretty clown-y. So here, let me turn on the music. So we're gonna give it a few minutes before we get started. We'll be kicking things off at 2 o'clock. We've got about 6 minutes. I think V3 has Ultimate Clown. Okay, now I'm curious, without going into spoilers, how does V3 compare to the others? Because I am enjoying the second one so far, and I did enjoy the first one. V3 has Ultimate Clown, I don't know. Okay. Because if the third one's good and worth playing, I will play it at some point. I'm just curious. I trust your judgment. I'm going in blind. Still working my way through the spin-off title. How is that, anyway? There are 3 bracket 4 games. Man, like, just number them and just try to, like, why we gotta make games so complicated? So, by the way, I apologize in advance if I come across as a little, I don't want to say manic, but just like a little out of it. Unfortunately, I am on shift work this week, so I've been up since 3 a.m. So I'm doing about as well as can be expected. I've got some Coca-Cola here, and it's keeping me awake. Cheers. It's fun, but it's different. Now, the spin-off one, what is, like, the gimmick of this one? Like, is it still, like, murder high school, or is it just, like, goofy characters doing goofy things? This isn't a spoiler for you anymore. The spin-off stars Koto's sister. Oh, and one other survivor of the first game. Interesting. Huh. I am curious. Part of it, I might look this up afterwards, just so it doesn't potentially spoil anybody else who's... It's a puzzle shooter. Okay. Sure, why not? Danganronpa can be whatever it wants to be, but more literal than this game. Okay. Interesting. Huh. That's the thing, like, Danganronpa kind of it reaches a little bit into everything, so if you're just like, yeah, it's gonna be like a platformer, it'd be like, yeah, sure, okay. Why not? Use a megaphone to kill Monokuma robots. Well, of course, Monokuma's the devil, and he should be hunted. Like the little bastard he is. I am curious who is behind Monokuma in this one, though. Just because... based on how the first game ended, it's probably somebody totally different. But it's a very strange circumstances. And the city is going crazy because kids have decided they don't want to follow adults anymore and start killing any full-grown people. Huh. That does sound familiar. I'd say it's like that one line from Weeds I see occasionally pop up online every now and then where, like, Kevin Nealon's talking to the kid, and it's just like, what's wrong? And it's like, adults suck. And he's like, yeah, stick it to the old people. It's like, oh, now I'm one of the old people. I don't have TikTok. I don't know what any of this garbage is now. Lots of children being sadistic. There are even, dare I say, boss battles. Oh, I'd be curious to see what a boss battle in Danganronpa looks like. Like, just... I guess I can say morbid curiosity. It's Danganronpa. There's murder. It's fine. It comes with the territory. Alright, couple more minutes and we'll be kicking things off. We'll see how far I get. I might only get to do the first half of this trial. We will see. I am hoping to continue playing tomorrow, though. So whatever I don't do today, hopefully I'll wrap it up tomorrow. Because I don't want to be playing for too long today. I've unfortunately got some things I have to sort out before I go to bed at like 7:30 tonight. Shift work is the worst, guys. There are school ages ultimates. Huh. Careful looking things up about that game, though. There are some things that are V2 spoiler sensitive in that game. Oh, okay, well then I'll just stay away from it. Actually, it was funny. I was watching some YouTube video the other day that had one of the voice actors from Danganronpa in it, or I couldn't remember who it was that they played, and I was like tempted for a second to go and look it up, and it's like, oh wait, everybody said don't look up spoilers, even just like voice actors for who's playing who, don't do it. It's gonna give some stuff away, so I have to like sit here and stew in the fact that I didn't recognize who that voice actor plays in the game. It was him and a bunch of other voice actors are playing that new, oh shoot, that imposter game everybody's playing right now. The name just escapes me. I've been tempted to play it though, it looks like fun. Backstab your friends. What could go wrong? Among Us, yes. And hey JJ, welcome back to the stream. Yes, Among Us. Game looks fun, but no friends to play with. Some of my friends are thinking of picking it up. The only problem is for the next 2 weeks I'm on shift work, so I can't play with them anyway. So maybe once I'm back to my regular hours, I'll see if they want to get it. If enough of them want to get it, I'll get it. Peer pressure. All right, it's 2 o'clock, my dudes. It means it's time for murder trial. We'll see how well I do. I am terrible at these trials. Enjoyed watching Joe, voice of Claude Zija, play it with a few voice actor friends. That was actually the exact video I was watching, because it had Max Middleman in it, and I was like, okay, I know he does Danganronpa, but I couldn't quite place who he played, and I was tempted to go look it up, but I didn't want to get spoiled for Danganronpa, so I just said, okay, I'll just ask stream, I guess. Because I don't want to get spoiled. Alright. That is nice you can change the difficulty of the trial, though. So I'll see how well I do with this one. I'm on, like, the medium difficulty, but if I do terribly, I might have to lower that for the next one. But I'll probably be okay. So, set skills. Oh, 1 second. I will check the chat in a second as soon as my email notification goes away. I'm sure you'll do okay. It's the first trial. Yeah, it's the tutorial one. But mind you, I get flashbacks to that tutorial trial where I didn't quite get the bullet time. Alright, so Lost in Thought. Increases the time limit for each phase, which I will need. Dexterousness allows you to lock onto 2 statements at once, effective during panic talk action. And, oh, that's all I've got. Oh, that's okay. I can make this work. Alright, let's go. Alright, so, theories going into this trial. I think Nagito did it because he's acting super suspicious. I don't know how he did it, or I think he planted the knife under the table, but it seems like the Byakuya may have been killed through the floorboards by maybe somebody else. So I think... Alright, so now that I'm thinking about it, I think neither confirm nor deny this, I'm just throwing this out there going into the trial. I think Nagito intended to kill Byakuya, but somebody else beat him to the punch. Or Nagito's plan didn't quite go as planned. And so he's technically innocent, but did attempt murder. So I don't know who it was who killed him underneath. Because there are some people who are missing. I don't know, just Nagito was acting super suspicious during the investigation section. There were a lot of red flags going off saying, I did it! It was me! But regardless, I don't think he's as good a friend as he's trying to make himself out to be. Let's go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
All right.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened
But he's
will
your
receive
best friend.
punishment.
Man,
But
I don't
if
think
you
my
pick
character
the
even
wrong
likes
person,
him. Like, my character doesn't seem to particularly like anybody. He just tolerates them. Also, I never noticed the tie thing on Hajime before. That is an interesting design on the tie. Anyway.
I'll punish everyone besides the
Oh,
blackened.
Mon
And
ami.
that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Yes.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Dramatic zoom there.
By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
Oh. But Monokuma, I don't trust you.
I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
Ha ha ha. Where's the laugh track button?
You hate me that much?
It's a shame they don't keep the laugh track button through, like, the whole game. I just love setting it off at the most, like, poorly timed moments.
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to
Rip laugh
begin.
track. Maybe it'll come back.
What are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
There's one extra rule for Mikan. She can't move. She cannot try to adjust how she's standing, because that girl's gonna fall over and flash her panties to everybody again. So, Mikan, extra rule. You're not allowed to move.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Like, he's got the eyelashes. He's got the little blushies. Like, I don't get Fuyuhiko.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The murder.
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Oh shoot, I should have gone over the truth bullets before we started, but... It's the tutorial ones, so I imagine they're gonna start me off pretty easy. Use them out with the reticle, then fire with the left. Close attention to each character's statement. You run out of time, you fail. Press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Okay. It didn't have slow down time when you shoot, though. Because that was space bar, if I'm believing correctly. Personal floorboard knife blood stain under the table. Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body?
in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Okay.
Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
Ibuki. Okay, so it has like the little slider at the top to be like when it's done. Okay, gotcha. Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body
Okay, I'm trying to
in a
remember.
place like that?
Ooh, the
His
controls
body
still
was
stay.
underneath the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No, that's wrong.
Boom.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Aw, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
No. He's the resident dumbass of this game, I guess.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I don't like New Toko. New Toko can leave.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Because that's where he got murdered, Ibuki.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
Yeah.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Yes, that's what I just said.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
No. I feel like Akane is like, she's mentally transported herself elsewhere. Like, she has no idea who any of these people are. Emphasis on big, yeah. He was a big man with a big heart, Byakuya Togami.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Akane is a bad judge of character. Good judge of food, bad judge of character.
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
That's a long way. He was on the other side of the room.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Ooh, there's a time limit here. Okay. Been the knife? Oh, I hate that that's a truth bullet. Let's see here. I'm gonna give this a try. I don't think this is it, potentially, but... I might be getting ahead of myself here, but let's give it a try. Ah, dang it. Okay. So I think it's probably the knife then. It's connected to what he was doing during the party. Knife.
I can prove it with
There we go. Okay. I was getting ahead of myself.
It
That was the
probably
problem.
has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh! You mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
It glowed like Rudolph's nose.
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, Instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he
That
might
picture.
have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
Why? Because it was dark?
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
Instead of the kangaroo court that it really is. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot, but from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one liar Sorry, guys. There will be only one liar contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, yeah. Multiple highlighted spots. Your influence gauge will take damage. Reach a 0, you fail. Rely on logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Hey there, Olaf. Welcome back to the stream. It was the butler. I knew it. Ah. Monokuma was behind it all. Palpatine's behind it all. Does consume focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press escape key, you can review the controls. Good luck, have fun. Alright. So it's pretty... Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black.
It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Priorities.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Eh.
I doubt he could have seen the killer.
Okay, so there it is. Alright. It's true, getting under the table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but...
I'm sure Byakuya ducked up during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer take the knife.
Okay, here we go.
But it was super pitch black.
It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong.
There. Got him.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Unless somebody else has really good night vision skill.
Why do you say that?
Ooh, Pekko's looking a little
He
nervous.
was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Oh, that's cute. It's out of
No,
focus.
that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
What? Were you surprised by my hero's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. Ooh. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. What? What is... Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. I got WASD ready. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Okay, so you'll have to slash at words like with a sword. Okay, now my question is, how does diagonally translate into WASD? Because it's pretty vertical, horizontal. I'm not sure how that, depending on the shape, which orientation the words come in at. Oh, okay. This might take me a few tries, so heads up, guys. Based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. Probably like if you're doing up and right, you would do W and D. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. Okay. So I basically just have to match my WASD inputs with their arguments when they come out. Okay. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what that means. Even if you miss. Okay, so it's saying don't slash unless you're gonna get it right. Yeah, you gotta counter their attacks to fight your way through their remarks to make your argument. Okay, this could take me a try or two, so heads up. Yeah, only slash when the words show up. Okay. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Man, the descriptions of the little mini-games in Danganronpa are always a trip. Took me a while to figure out, but hopefully my explanation is slightly better than the game's futile attempt. I'll give it my best. I'm probably gonna screw this up once or twice. I'm being completely honest. I'm getting like flashbacks to the bullet game from the first one. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Sure, okay. Press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Okay, so I'm basically looking at WASD and then left click with the correct truth blade. So there's an element where you use truth bullet style refuting, so look for inconsistent words in the dialogue. Okay, so I have to, yeah, I think you got it. Okay, so this is gonna be a massive multitasking, so let's see how this goes. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh boy, let's see what happens. Oh boy. In the storage room.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles.
What?
That's gotta be it.
Oh! I can't advance forward if I'm just listening. I should let my hero say what she wants to say and then find a point that I can argue against. Oh! Slash every word. Oh, just when it highlights the yellow? Sort of thing? Because I thought it was just like, just cut each statement. Every yellow thing. Oh, okay. My bad. Alright.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
Can't just listen to what she's saying, I also need to respond. Oh my goodness.
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Oh. Can't advance forward if I'm just listening. Okay. Oh, hold on. Try everything. I forgot this game is confusing. No, forget the yellow. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Cut all statements. Okay. So I just need to use the right blade to do it? Is that what it's saying? Okay. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, so right now just cut, like, everything. Cool. Alright. But it says here, I should let my hero say what she wants to say and then find a point that I can argue against. Use the truth blade on the yellow statement at the end. Just go emo and cut all the way. Ah. Just use the blade for all words. Okay. Because I haven't used the left click one yet. I haven't used the truth blade. So that's why it's like, I'm not letting her talk. And it's like, but if I let her talk, it tells me I shouldn't let her talk. This game's gotta figure out what it wants me to do.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Okay, I gave it a shot. That seemed to work.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh.
Damn it!
It was overcome. Just gonna go back to the original topic. Oh, okay. Don't hit the orange-red words. Oh my goodness. But that's really hard to do, just because they will dull your sword. Oh. Okay. So I guess I have to, so the first argument, it's the Duralumin case. So what's the second one? This game works better with a controller. Yeah, that is weird. So is the controller an option? Or is it, like, you're supposed to use a keyboard? Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. I used a controller. Yeah. Maybe I'll see if I can look into that for the next one. Game was made for PSP, PS Vita. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be a little tricky. Just because I don't know when I press WASD where it cuts. Because if I just do, like, gotta use a real sword. Yeah. That's the best way to do it. Okay.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay, so I know it's the Duralumin case.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Nope, that wasn't it. What the heck? That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Are you making fun of me? I'm just trying to figure out the mechanics, Mihiru. I'm sorry.
Crap!
Let's back this one more time. Okay.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality, that's what happened.
What?
So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Retreat. Ah, crud. Okay, so I'm trying to figure it out what to do from here at this point. So right now I'm just slashing. And I'm not sure, like, I'm so... At least it kind of lets you go back. Alright, let's give this another try. I know what to do at this point.
Sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Dual cross swords? What? What was that? Click. I was doing that. I was clicking, like, repeatedly. Like, here, you can almost kind of, like, see it here. Okay, let's try
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Alright, advance.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Okay.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Okay, no, I should have used it at the end there. That was my bad, guys. Sorry. I will get
If you
this.
just use common sense,
Oh, crap.
the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
There we go. You gotta click
Where's your
that.
proof that the killer used them?
Okay, alright, alright. Super confusing the
Because
first
if
few
they used
times.
night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through
There
those
we
words.
go. Now we got it. Now we got it. Break.
No.
Alright, that took a
Byakuya
few
was
tries, but we
definitely
got
the one
it.
who brought
We
those night
got
vision
it.
goggles.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles. Yeah, because they were in the case. Okay, because I was almost wondering if it wanted me to use, like, a different piece of evidence for the second part of it, or if I should just, like, commit to the case. I did it! I did it!
Definitely. But why?
Inside the Duralumin case, Byakuya had
Okay,
written
it's
during the party.
Duralumin, okay. I did it without knowing how to do it the first time. Yeah, you kind of end up just like bluffing your way through it, just being like, this seems to work. And I figured it out later down the line. Okay, so at least I figured it out like soon, but admittedly I had help. So, man, it was like, oh, the bullet one from the first game. Oh, that was rough, guys. How many times did it take me? It took me 4 tries to get that one. Anyway, let's get back to the case. Let's find out who killed Byakuya.
We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only
Oh,
one who
Ibuki.
could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case,
Because it had a key.
since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see.
Or was
When
that
you
the
put it
second
like
case that
that,
had
it
the
makes
key?
sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
Nope.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
I don't normally agree with Hiyoko, but she's right. Knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. The duct tape.
I see!
Here.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
I've got the note to prove why.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
Why is there a taser? And gloves.
He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
Mahiro just didn't like the fact that he gave her a pat down like everybody else. Admittedly, if you know Byakuya, you know that he got like nothing out of it. If it was Teru Teru, different story. Or literally like any of the other male characters.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
Yes!
You think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right, Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur because of the murder threat.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey,
He predicted
the hell
a
is
murder,
this?
not his own though. Yeah. Hey, oh.
Hajime
Right,
and
yeah,
I
it's all
found
read
this
out.
in Byakuya's cottage.
it looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
If we knew, we'd probably have a sense of who the murderer was, Akane. Jeez.
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
I don't know, we got some dumb, threatening people here.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
That is a lie.
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it here. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
As probably most people would, given the situation you're currently in.
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
Yeah, I mean, when you get a threatening, murderous letter sent to you, you throw a party. Duh. I mean, I know why he did it. I'm just being an ass.
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where he couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
Probably not.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk.
Big boy just wanted to partay. Man, when I try to think of the biggest party animal in Danganronpa, first person that comes to mind, Byakuya Togami.
His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So,
He was trying to
he
be the
tried
parent.
to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
The next new minigame that gets added to this game is much easier to learn. Oh, I am very curious.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
Probably. The killer. Okay, took me a minute to let me click here. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who is the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
I love it if that actually worked. It's just like, Gundam said, guys, I had to. That man is vicious.
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya? There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
Soda the simp
I
over
regret
here.
that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
Unless they were standing conveniently close to it and it had glowing duct tape on it. No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. The glowing paint! Aha!
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
Yes.
Painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
Or they purposefully set it off.
They
Mahiru.
had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Yep, that's exactly it. Oh my god, that'd be amazing if that was the reason why. If she did do it. She didn't.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
Nobody can. Nobody's that tall.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? No, it was the timer. After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. Ooh, this is new. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. Oh. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, fire the truth bullets to prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Okay, so, but they fire the same, correct? It's all left click. Okay. Good luck, have fun. All right. See who I'm going to agree with on this one. Hajime is more agreeable than Makoto, it seems. Which is interesting, because I got, like, the opposite. Oh, I don't remember the accounts.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
Nope.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
That's a great
Oh,
defense.
you weren't in the office?
Sorry.
That's
Peko.
clearly a desperate excuse.
Just from listening to Peko's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. Okay. Teru in the kitchen, Chiaki out front, Safuyu Hiko was the other account. I think the other one was Peko's account, so I imagine I'll use Peko's account on her own testimony there. But I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony. Did Teru see her? Where can I review truth bullets? Here we go. Nope. Dang it. Okay. Non-stop debaters. Ah, dang it. I want to review these. Okay. I really should have reviewed the truth bullets before I started. That's my bad, guys. I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony. F1? F1? Ah! We got it. Thank you, guys. I always forget it's F1. Okay. Okay, let's talk to the... Okay, it wasn't Ibuki. It was Teru's account. Here, a sec. Gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity, which is why Teru couldn't use it during the blackout. Okay, that's useless. Chiaki's account. When Chiaki was standing guard outside, Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. Doesn't mean anything. Nekomaru had one. Nekomaru kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. Okay. None of these are particularly useful. I get the feeling I didn't pay close attention. Here, let me just take a look again. Because I can always just F1 it again. Alright.
Since Peko was in the office...
Teru, Chiaki, and Nekomaru. Oh.
She could have caused the blackout at any time!
Is Peko in there? No. Teru, Chiaki, or Nekomaru?
Why is it impossible? Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
So whose account is it?
Office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
It's not weird to doubt her. But I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony. Okay, let's double check this again. So I was right. It's Chiaki, it's Nekomaru, and... Yeah, Teru's just... The gas stove in the kitchen's powered by electricity and couldn't be powered. Doesn't mean anything. Chiaki just was standing guard. Fuyuhiko was there and then he left. And then Nekomaru kept trying to use the bathroom, but someone was in it. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. All of these are very vague. I don't know if I'm just not catching the thread to these. Was Peko in the bathroom? Maybe? But I feel like she was walking around when somebody wasn't in there, so... Oh, right! She ran to the bathroom! Yes! Okay, alright. Yeah, I almost totally forgot that detail. That she wasn't feeling well and she ran to the bathroom. Okay, so it's Nekomaru. Okay. I'll use him to back up her statement.
Since Peko was in the office...
Thank you, guys.
She could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible. Huh? Why is it impossible? Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
Alright, I agree with that.
Consent!
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
Peko's cool.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
It wasn't Fuyuhiko just because Chiaki saw him approach and then walk away, so...
I guess that would be... true.
I'm sorry, guys. I wrecked that bathroom so bad.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier!
There's no way
It's
you can actually
embarrassing.
say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
Are we gonna find out anything else about Nekomaru except the fact that, like, shitting Because that seems to be like the epitome of his whole character is either he's taking a shit or talking about other people taking shits. I understand the perks of being regular, but dude, you gotta find something else. He's a big poo advocate, it's healthy. It is healthy. Hey, like, don't get me wrong, it's good to be healthy and regular. But you're a teenager? Question mark? He's a shitty character in my opinion. Yeah, there's been nothing interesting about him yet. Aw.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I mean, he probably was. He looks like he was birthed in a locker room. Raised there. He gets better later? Okay, nothing interesting about him yet. Like, some of these characters have, like, some interesting things going on where I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to find out more about what their deal is. Him, not so much.
I'm sorry.
He seems like a nice guy. He's just obsessed with the bathroom.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this?
I love all these characters so much. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to say that? What about Teru Teru, huh? Pansexual Teru Teru.
Don't worry, the smell wasn't
Even
bad.
Teru, wow.
I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
Oh, you're embarrassing Peko.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something? As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Imagine you're in the bathroom just having a really bad time and just all the lights go out and it's like, okay. Alright, this is fine.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
No. I'll answer that for her. No. She didn't.
Seriously, stop it.
Thank you.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
Admittedly, my hero, we need all these votes to basically pass the trial, so as much as I'm not huge on Fuyuhiko, his opinion does count for something. Did I black out or am I in hell, Peko?
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
What are you, a detective now? You a Yakuza detective?
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Do they sell those?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
They sell everything. They sell whatever is convenient to whatever the murder is. You want glow-in-the-dark paint? We got you. You want some masking tape? You want some night vision goggles? We got it all. It's the Walmart of Jabberwock Island. Question is whether Peko's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. They had weapons and a big bottle of Coke, they gotta have everything. Okay. No, it's the AC timer. Or, ooh, actually. No, when party
Did
dishes?
you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right? Just a little bit from the dining hall.
Embarrassing
There might have
pose
been
is
some
totally the
laxatives in
answer.
it, don't you think?
Nope. 'Cause everyone else was eating the
Cooked
food.
food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Whether Peko's stomachache was coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it, we need to clarify that first. Okay, so I'll
Did
use
you
the
eat
food.
anything weird?
I
Party
don't remember
dishes.
eating anything weird. Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right? just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Here.
No, that's wrong.
Bang bang. Man, if embarrassing pose actually ends up being super useful later, I'm gonna scream.
Were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
Nope, she's got a stomach of steel. Akane is just a steel trap. Anything that goes in never comes out.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Some of the food.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
Admittedly, he wasn't there and he's just guessing. He just didn't want to... Like, okay. I don't particularly like Fuyuhiko, but Fuyuhiko decided not to go to a party, and because of that is just guessing a lot of this. And other, like, Mahiro being just like, he should apologize for making false claims. It's like, he's just throwing ideas out there. He has nothing else to work off of. Give the guy a bit of a break.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Don't like this character, but it's, admittedly.
Here's this bickering. Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Yoko.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Alright, so it's probably the time. Oh! Oh my goodness, that's a lot of accounts. Storage room tablecloth.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Oh, it's probably the power surge.
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
I believe you, Mikan. Oh, got a text from my internet provider saying I'm overdue $500 to code to this totally safe link in the text. Sure. Oh, no, it seems totally legit, Qua. You should totally click it and see what happens. Of course, I'm only kidding. That is absolutely a scam. How did the killer trip the circuit breaker? Okay, so I was wondering what the connection was with the irons. So they overloaded the breaker, potentially using the irons. So I'm gonna give that a try. I'll shut my internet off first, then we'll talk. I don't believe you. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Pretty sure I already have that clue. Okay, so it's probably the irons.
And how did they do it?
I'm gonna go with Mahiru's statement.
If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Ah, Ibuki.
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
Nope.
It does not have to be the breaker.
Alright, that's oh no.
They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Why is it always right when I have to, like, click something accurately? My eyes just like, haha, nope. Not right now. I'm getting crap like that from literally everywhere, even banks I don't use. Well, admittedly, that's an easy way of weeding it out, where it's like, man, I don't even have an account with you. You have no power over me. It's caused by a power surge.
Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Intentional?
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Now, I'm going to say this as somebody who has never ironed anything before in her life, and I fully recognize that that's probably not something I should be bragging about. Do irons actually use that much electricity? Like, is it just like one of those appliances that's like easily gonna like snap your breaker? Yes. Oh, okay. It's like the equivalent of like a microwave or something, I guess. Just because, like, it doesn't seem like a lot. Like, I get it has to heat up, but I never really saw it as it being, like, a heavy power appliance. It's like turning on one of the elements on your stove. Okay. Yeah, if you make that comparison, that does make sense. Okay.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Allergies. Sorry. That's how he caused the blackout. But then what about the timer? I guess because the timer coincided with it? Okay.
Stupid fool!
Oh no, not another one of these.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
No! Are you gonna talk about pooping again? If you are, I don't want to hear it. Save it.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
Why? Oh no. Cut through his shit. Oh my goodness. Okay, night vision goggles, the case. But which one is it?
The storage room caused the blackout, and for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Wait, I'm trying to get the right one. Had to do lots of ironing during some classes for my degree. Some places had 3 irons, but we couldn't use them all at once because they would trip the breaker. Okay. Cut through his shit. I'm trying to select the tablecloth. Narrowing down the suspects like that's dangerous. I should address that
The
first.
irons in the storage room caused the blackout. Then for the killer to turn the irons off, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
I can't back down!
Ah! Advance!
No, just
All right.
because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to... If the irons caught, then the killer had to go to the storage and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only
But
reason.
the people
Okay.
in the dining hall weren't able... If the irons caused the blackout...
Oh, it wasn't enough? Ah, dang it. Okay, so did I use the wrong clue there, or did I not have it powered up enough? Or was that the wrong statement? Wrong one. Ah, shoot. Okay, sorry guys. Here, we'll give that another try.
Crap!
Okay.
People in the dining hall weren't able to cause... If the irons... Then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Okay, did I not press it at the right time then? That shouldn't be the only reason. Okay, so did I not... Because I think that was the only yellow statement. Was that one. Unless I used the wrong... I'm using the wrong blade. Ah, shoot. Okay. Alright, let's
But
give
the
that
people
another.
in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout...
Oh.
Then the killer had to
Ah,
go to the
crud.
storage room
Ah,
before...
sorry, I'll get it on the next
Turn on
time.
the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
I'll get it. I got the AC timer now. We're good. We're good.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to... If the irons caused the blackout...
Gotcha.
Cut through those words!
Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this one. It's
The irons are just one
a different
reason the
one,
blackout
that's
occurred,
for sure.
But they weren't the
The answer
direct
just one.
trigger.
Oh, blackout occurred, but they weren't the only direct trigger.
Direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
Wait, it was 86 in there? Oh my god. That's warm for inside. Oh my god.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hands died around that time too.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners...
Yeah, if they would just explain these
the breaker was
games
tripped
using
and
like a
caused
video or
blackout.
something, though, the confusion would be negated. Yeah, they're kind of something you have to do in order to get or just see it. Using words to try and describe it is very difficult. The breaker was tripped and caused a blackout.
See, I understand. Indubitably.
Ooh, that's a big word for Nekomaru.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out.
God, so I was just thinking like big words thing. It reminded me of Ibuki's, like, what'd she say, assume? Where she goes, I can use big words too. God, imagine if Nekomaru and Ibuki had a kid. That kid would just like, you'd never see them. They wouldn't sit still long enough.
So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Sonia's getting in on it.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Man, watch, Soda's gonna use it next. He'll be like, anyway, that word that Miss Sonia was saying, that one. Neki or Ubikimaru, which is their celeb couple name. Ooh, ooh, those are some good ones. Neki almost sounds like naked, like they're Nikki. Ubukimaru is kind of cute. That's a fun one to say. I feel like it just wouldn't even be like a mesh of their names. It would just be loud. That'd be it, just loud. They'd just be yelling constantly.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
But Monokuma won't say anything because he's a bastard.
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths.
I mean, she's right.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret.
You all put your trust in me, and I let you down.
If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
It's almost like the person who designed the building was an asshole.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Is he not included in that? Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
What? Okay.
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Why was he saying you guys? Is he not involved in this? What's happening?
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Hope. Hope.
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
In which case, the only person who could have done it was you, Nagito.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
Wrong.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Fortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killing. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
I don't think that's how it works.
You're changing your story again?
Okay, something's going on here. Is this another split personality thing?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
No.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
No, he sounds perfectly sane and in his right mind. Let the man talk.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
We're on Murder Island. What do you think's gonna happen?
Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is.
We'll all just die here. It's fine, guys. Group suicide is what all the cool kids are doing. It's the new TikTok thing. Check it out. I'm getting worried. Yeah, me too. I don't know what's going on right now. It's fun.
I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
It feels like not sincere when Hiyoko does it.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Hiyoko's my spirit animal. Hiyoko's a bitch.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
No.
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong,
Yay, Chiaki, thank you.
I think.
Did you say something?
Hey. Let the gamer girl talk, man.
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
That hoodie is adorable. I know I said this last time too. I love her hoodie. Also, I mean, we definitely have a suspicious person here. He's the one with the white hair who's, like, making everybody panic.
Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Ooh, I remember who was standing. Ooh, look who's standing really close to that table. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the darkness. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Nagito gasps. Select a suspicious spot. Here, the lamp?
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
You know what? I am kind of surprised I got it and it was the lamp. That was like the first thing I clicked on.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
No, but they could have followed the cord from the desk lamp. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
I know I mentioned this last time, but it is kind of funny how, like, a power cord ended up being key to Byakuya twice in 2 different games. Thank you, Mahiro, for drawing the cord in your diagram. That is true. I did notice she drew it on there. I was like, that's an interesting choice, but okay.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right?
Sorry, guys. I'm getting some minor fall allergies. Just a quick second. Don't you just love the changing of the seasons? It can also be used to throttle people. That's what I was wondering almost, where it's just like just a good whack on the head. Because they said it was weighty. Power chords matter. Hashtag power chords matter. This is all lamp-related karma from the first game. Sorry, Byakuya.
By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table.
Admittedly,
and use
I
the
was
glowing
thinking
paint
about
to find the knife.
some of the cases that Byakuya was involved with, like the... Oh my... he tied up a dead body for, like, shits and giggles. What a psycho. Anyway, I get allergic to falling too. It leaves me with bumps and bruises. Aw. Gotta have some band-aids. The killer was able to move to the table, then using the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who? The person here could have possibly done it. Bam, baby.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
But I'm so innocent. Everyone
Judging
loves
from
me.
everyone's
That's why I
position
made everybody
before the
cry
dragon,
5 minutes
The
ago.
only person near the power cord was you.
Got him. I got a
Which
condition
means
too. It causes me
the
lack of
only
breath
one
and
who
pain.
could
It's
have
called
felt their
running.
way
Oh,
to the
that one's the
table using
worst.
the power
I get all
cord was
clammy whenever I do running.
Nagito.
Ugh.
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning?
Okay, I think I'm still gonna stand by my theory that Nagito did plan to kill Byakuya, but I don't think he was the one that actually did it. I think that's gonna be the twist of this one, because this feels like a little bit too clean.
If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
And also the state Byakuya's body was in when they found it does not suggest a knife wound such as that.
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
I'm sorry, who was it who said, hey, friggin' Nagito used his luck to get drawing duty for, like, cleaning duty? I called it. I called it. He chose to do it.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
See, I'm not always stupid. Sometimes I'm right. To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? But did he throw it on purpose? Yes. Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
It's pretty sus.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
Like, I mean, why would you want, like, if you were innocent, why would it be, you be like, you know what, I think we should just all kill each other anyway. Whatever. I mean, I don't think he actually killed Byakuya in this case, but he's just out to kill everybody anyway, so he's like, whatevs.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
I'm almost tempted to come up with a drinking game where every time Fuyuhiko swears in a statement, you have to take a drink. You would die, probably.
Well, just admit it already!
Foul-mouthed little boy. He's just trying to seem big. Comes from a Yakuza background. It's gotta be tough. I bet you he doesn't have his tats yet.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something.
Is he gonna burst out laughing? How did I know? I'd be hilarious if he did have like a little giggle, like a tee-hee-hee-hee.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death. How wonderful. How beautiful it is.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah, you and me both, man. Those eyes. No, he's giving into the despair or something. Yeah, or he's just crazy. This wouldn't be the first Danganronpa game where it's like, oh, we've got like a legit crazy person here. This is bad. I called it when I played this the first time that he was edgy. Yeah. Like, admittedly, the opening kind of gives it away a little bit. Because when it showed him there's like blood splatters on the wall that it like flashes to really quick. And I'm like, he seems a little too nice. That moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark.
Why did they go through the trouble of making these plain ones and then just showing Nagito anyway? I wonder if they were supposed to show those earlier, but they just cut it.
Blackout.
Yes, finally, he's not pretending and now he is his amazing self. Oh, he's doing great. He's really coming into his own here.
After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone. Right.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate statement, Ibuki.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles.
He was
Because
just
of that,
smarter than
we
me.
had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out.
Wait, what did I miss? Nagito has admitted that he was the one who set it up for Byakuya to die. He's now saying, yep, that was me. I did it.
A twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
But he wants to kill everybody, so I could see him being like, yes, it was me. Vote for me. And then we'll all die, and it won't matter.
Byakuya performed admirably. Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Well, yeah, it's only been like, what, like 3 days? It's not that long to fake this.
Me? Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless.
I love that trope. Is this your true nature? I am the shadow, the true self.
I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything.
Says the guy who tried to orchestrate a murder. I don't know. I would say you tried pretty hard there, buddy. But okay.
I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
And failed. I mean, he did fail, but this group is kind of just dumb enough that he almost could have done it.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Yeah, probably a sociopath. I get Persona vibes from Nagito. Those games always have a secret ass. Yeah. Admittedly, it was a bit more obvious in Persona 5. Like, I'll give... Before it came out, it was a surprise. Even though I technically knew it before I played it, just because cultural osmosis and being on the internet, I knew about it, but with 5 it was like, okay, there's enough hints here. Pancakes and all that.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
She does have the same eyes as Nagito. It was an easy thing to guess, yeah.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
I mean, people can like slasher movies and not be serial killers. That's normal. Why is that weird? This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did.
Why?
There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
Sonia high-key loves horror fiction. You know what? That's just another plus in Sonia's favor. I like Sonia. Sonia's cute. She's probably gonna wind up being, like, nuts. But I like Sonia. Her being into slasher movies is a plus for me. I'm game for that.
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Is that why he's doing the whole self-deprecating train thing where it's like, my handwriting really sucks, guys. Oh, if only I was smarter.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there, full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it'd be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Yep.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
Really? He's just that lucky?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
Ultimate luck.
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. Worthless talent for a worthless human.
Little tiny violin. Alright. Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is ultimate lucky student.
I see.
Ultimate baby face.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck.
Oh.
I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
Okay. Well, I said it was either rigged or it was his luck, so I'll give myself a half point for that one.
You just relied on your luck?
He's so lucky, I know. And he's doing great.
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh? I'm left with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair brings.
Oh, despair. Here we go.
It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
So, for those who watch Westworld, is this sort of like what Anthony Hopkins' character was kind of trying to do? Kodo and Junko Nagito. Oh! It's not about despair, it's about hope. It's about using despair to gain hope. The maze wasn't meant for you and all that.
You're not making any sense!
Fine,
Someone start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Ah, it's another drink.
Please! Monokuma!
Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
Hope can fight through any despair, so let me make your life a living hell. Just to prove it.
How should I put this?
Out with it.
Is Pinocho
I mean, he's not, so thank you, Mikan, for being the one to bring that up.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
Mikan, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there's a lot that's strange right now. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke. I'm sorry.
For
Don't
now,
fluster her. She's
might
gonna
I
fall
suggest
down
we
and
listen to
flash
what she
everybody
has to
again.
say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. What? Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. Oh, like, okay, like the fake little lines from the last one. Yeah, from the last game, okay. I was trying to remember, white noise. Like, I was thinking literal, like, white. By the way, if difficult to set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. I'm not gonna fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. It will be explained later. Okay. Press the start button during... Start button? I don't have a start button. I know it's escape, but that is not the start button, game. Good luck, have fun. Alright, what are we looking at here? I think they mean escape. Yeah, that's what I figured that's what they meant. Comes autopsy results. Okay, it's probably the autopsy results. There we go.
I think it's strange that...
That's quite the typo. Yeah.
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Oh, I can't do anything about that. I was tempted to right-click it.
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it.
And many more.
He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Oh, that's a new
Let's
emote for
prepare
her.
to cast our votes.
No, we're not doing that. Love this game. Many typos. Why does Mikan think it's strange? Because she must know something that contradicts the crime scene. Ooh, that is a good hint towards her autopsy.
I think it's strange.
The killer is so obvious.
He has already confessed. You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife. No, that's wrong.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
I mean, she's right.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Not a whorehouse!
Oh, Mikan.
Why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying?
Sell
No
her
one
to
else
a
can be the
warehouse.
killer. It has to be you.
You're gonna be in charge of getting the pallets down from the top shelf, Mikan.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, Did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout? Oh, if you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
How did Ibuki get this far? She must be an amazing musician. I know she's the ultimate musician, but like, damn girl, you kinda dumb though.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Is it just me, or are the characters in the second one way dumber than the ones in the first game? I feel like in the first game, like, a third of the cast were quite smart. They were knowledgeable people who were able to put ideas together. And in this one, it's, wait, sorry, what's going on? Whoa, if I cross my eyes, I can see double. Like, what? Ultimate doesn't mean they have to be smart. Did someone say steak? Oh, hell yeah, way dumber. But that's why this game is so good. It's just a bunch of dumb people crammed into... Oh my god, it's just a reality TV show. It's a bunch of dumb people crammed into one place, and it's impossible to leave. I know we're starting getting into first game territory by saying that, but this does seem a bit more accurate to a reality TV show.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
I don't pay attention to the rules. I just do whatever. Eat all the food if it's in front of me, and then just, whatevs.
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
They got dumber people for the sequel for better ratings. They just got a bunch of dumb, pretty people and threw them in one place and said, hey, if it can work on Survivor, it can work in Danganronpa. Why not?
No, that's not it.
Not it.
The mastermind from the first one is just like, you know what the problem was? They were too smart. I gotta get dumber people. Truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Some way to find it in the dark. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm not sure actually what to pick for this. The night vision goggles, I guess? But what senses can use in the dark? Well, I mean, touch, smell, hearing. Oh!
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the
Thank
dark,
you, JJ.
pretty sure someone could have heard it.
I was so busy making fun of how dumb these characters were that I wasn't paying attention and I didn't know what to do next. Now I'm the dummy. Alright, I gotta pay attention. Dumb but skilled. Oh, that's not me at all. I'm not skilled at all. They're dumb but skilled. Alright, I'm gonna see what happened in the dark. I'm pretty sure someone heard it.
Oh, real?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Oh, I'm like a goldfish. I forget everything like 5 seconds after it happens.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Yes, do something. Or continue to do nothing.
Perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Hyoko, at it again.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, After
She's not
hearing
letting it
what
phase her.
Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time. But
what
then...
the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan.
I mean, somebody had to go in and steal my kill. Kill stealer.
But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
Admittedly, if I was trying to plan out something that intricately, I don't know if I'd be able to anticipate night vision goggles either. Like, that's such a wild card thing to have to consider.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
It was a waste. But if not him, then who? Yeah, that's the big question. I have no idea. I'm thinking it was from underneath. That's what I'm thinking. Meaningless.
But you can't
Despair
give up.
again.
You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
From Hope's Peak Academy. Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. It's like I've only known him for 3 days and he could just be putting up a front. Like he's drunk on despair. I really do love Nagito like this. He really is. Like, he's embracing it. The self-deprecating thing is, I know, very much like a Japanese character. Like, it's a character type. I'm not huge on it, but it's an interesting character dynamic. He sounds like an ultimate fanboy. Simple as that, but now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. We gonna ignore the part that he still wanted to kill Fat Guy? No, we're fully acknowledging the fact that he did try to murder somebody. He did it because he loves him. Ah, that's a strong word. Okay, so should I save here, or is it gonna give me a save point? Because this is about the halfway point, correct? Because it said suspended. It will give you a save. Okay, cool. Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. Ooh, high stakes now. It will give you a save. Ooh, I forgot about this. Oh, okay, so should I continue? Oh boy. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. Yes, okay, keep going. Okay. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, What are you gonna do?
Go all in? Oh, but am I gonna lose my save? I don't want to lose my save if I'm wrong. Do it. Okay. Left mouse button, continue on. B, guess the killer challenge. What is B? I'm guessing that's right click. If we fail, we restart the game. More content. Then you have to see me do all this again. It doesn't actually, like, it doesn't actually melt your save data, does it? For those who have played it. I know it's probably a joke, but this game is so bizarre, it might actually be true. I don't know. Why does it say B? Because the game doesn't know whether I'm playing on a controller or a keyboard, even though I'm only playing on a keyboard. I'm assuming that's right click. Can somebody who's played this before give me some peace of mind that I'm not going to lose my save data? Because I honestly have no idea who's done it. It says both mouse and controller prompts at the same time. You'll be fine. Okay. Alright. Let's give it a guess then. I don't know who it is though. Like... I don't know. Oh, shoot. Okay, go for it anyways. Okay, I'll just go. B. I don't know what B is supposed to be. I tried right-clicking. I tried actually hitting B. It was E.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
I was wondering if that might have been a new game plus bonus or something. It's like, here's a bunch of money. Have fun, kids.
You're so evil.
Villain, you truly are a villain. Got him. Yeah, you got me. I've hook, line, sinker. I know. I feel so much despair now. I know, we could have had so much money. Ugh. We could have had the Togami fortune in our hands. Torn away. True despair. Yes. Alright, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up here then. Class reopen? Nah, I don't think so.
I'm Monami.
Alright. Here, let me just get my saves going, because I have to do it again for safety.
Danganronpa.
I love the Monami recaps. Ooh, I look forward to seeing that next session. Alright. Alright, so we did pretty well for the first half of the trial, but I think I'm gonna call it there for today. So now we know, so I can't believe and I swear, I did not look up any spoilers, I didn't read up anything about it, it just seemed, knowing how Danganronpa goes, there's always a swerve at some point. And it seemed like it was really heavily hinting that Nagito was behind it, but if he was behind the knife, then what was with, like, it's a skewer. I know that's what it was. The skewer, it was through, like, the boards. So I don't know who did it. I'm just thinking it would have to be somebody who's from the outside. So it would have to be, like, Fuyuhiko, or potentially Chiaki. I don't think it's Chiaki, though, but at this point I don't know most of these characters super well, so it could be Chiaki. I don't know. But she probably... No, she wouldn't have let... No, then she wouldn't have called out Nagito. Because Nagito was willing to take the fall. She would have gotten away with it, but I think her and Mikan were the ones that were sort of like, hold up. The Hellhound earring came to life. Yeah, Gundam found a way in there, so obviously somebody else did too. So depending on where the entrance to under the building was, that's gonna narrow down who did it. But yeah, I was surprised I was able to guess that Nagito was gonna potentially almost take the fall for it. So I am curious as to who did it, because at this point, I don't know. It's gonna be heavily dependent on how you can actually get under the building. So I imagine we're gonna figure that out in the second half of the trial. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm hoping to actually stream tomorrow, roughly about the same time, around about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see if we can finish off the trial. So, I'm excited to see how it wraps up. I'm very curious as to who actually did it, just because I don't know enough about these characters that I can really make a guess. I'm just kind of... I almost did an accidental pun, and I stopped myself. I was going to say, I'm kind of in the dark on this one. Give us a guess, though. Ballpark. Who would it be? I'm just thinking somebody who was maybe outside. Because, I don't know, Fuyuhiko seems a little bit obvious. Maybe it was Fuyuhiko, just because I'm thinking that's somebody that nobody was really keeping tabs on. Like, Chiaki saw him briefly, but we didn't actually see where he went or what his deal was. So, I don't know. I feel like it needs... My gut's saying Fuyuhiko, but not like 100%. It's sort of like... Yeah. I'm gonna guess Fuyuhiko, but if it's somebody else, I will not be surprised. I don't really remember myself. We sure everyone was in the room? Guess it depends on how you get under the building. Yeah. That's the thing. It's going to depend on wherever the entrance is to under the building is going to help narrow down exactly who might have been there. But at this point, it's sort of like, I don't know. But yeah, not everybody was around. I was just thinking about those who weren't in the room. And now I'm getting theories. Because I'm like, Sonia wasn't in the room. That was weird. I don't think it was Teru, because Teru found his way in. Or wait. Sorry, I'm like, I'm betting on Mole Man. Who is Mole Man? Gundam? Hans Mole Man. You know, the guy who was the center of that very popular meme with the football. Hans Mole Man. Anyway. Now I'm starting to go down the rabbit hole being just like, okay, well, maybe it was this person. Maybe it was this person. Maybe it was Sonia. Who knows? Maybe it was Teru. We're not sure. But in any case, we're going to find out tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If anything changes in the meantime, I will let you know on Twitter. Old man gets hit by football. Love that meme. That's like a classic meme. That was the Simpsons covering memes before memes were truly a thing. Which feels very Simpsons, with everything else they've been able to predict. But in any case, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your... Oh, God, I forgot what day of the week it is. Night shift. That's so much fun. Shift work. Gotta love it. It is Tuesday. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. I will see you on Wednesday afternoon. See you guys.